This is December 20th, the day after my wife and I's anniversary yesterday. We spent the evening together going to our milk delivery and delivering milk and meat, and then went Christmas shopping. We woke up this morning to come check on the mama pigs. What we've done is we have all these pigs out here, and we felt that there was a potential risk for having these two mama pigs farrow in the middle of winter when everybody beds up here at night. Normally they all go out and they bed up in the pasture, and there's not an issue with them giving birth in the middle of summer. We have this hog water nose feeder that they drink from. They push with their nose and the water comes out in the summer, but that freezes about November to December, somewhere in that range. It starts freezing, so we can't use that anymore. So we have to create watering spots with heaters in them so the water doesn't freeze and pigs have access to water. But what we've got is all these pigs out here. We felt that was a potential hazard if the mamas were farrowing and giving birth to their young. With all these pigs around, there's a higher potential risk that they could trample the young. So we created this pen this week, and it's a place where the mamas can come get away from everybody else. There's a little bit more hay. There's access to her and the others that are farrowing that have a place to get away, a place they can be on their own and not have the fear of the young being trampled. So we created this pen, and they seem to like it really well because they stay in here, and we've got feed in here, got water right now. And so this morning we came out, and she had just given birth to 9 piglets. But she had pushed the hay up against the water trough so much that the 2 largest piglets actually climbed up the hay and into the water, and they drowned. So we had 2 piglets of her 9 drowned. So she's got 7 of them. Right now she's eating the placenta. She just passed the remaining parts of it. So she's finishing that off so there's no remains, any wildlife that might be coming to look for feed, like dogs or wolves or coyotes, anything like that that stands as a predator, doesn't come and smell flesh. So anyway, this is one of the issues that we have. The realities of farmers is we have to troubleshoot issues. What do? We created a place, a safe place, we thought, for the mama to farrow, but if it's creating a hazard for young to potentially die and drown, we've got to do something different. So as farmers, that's what we are constantly doing, is troubleshooting the issues that arise. We think we have a solution, and then something comes up. So, we could just roll over and accept our failure and live in our guilt and shame that we're not good farmers, we failed again. Or we could look at the financial loss that just occurred and the potential that we had in that loss that's now, we can't realize that loss anymore. So, or we can put our bootstraps on and our clothes, come down and find a different solution, something else that we can do to create a solution, fix the problem. So what we've kind of troubleshot with and figured out what we can do is we can actually create a fenced system around the waterer that will prevent the hay from getting up against the waterer, but creates a void space that only the mama can reach through. So we'll create that. But I just want to talk for a minute about the realities of farming. This is what we deal with on a daily basis, regularly, and having to come up with these ideas, these ways to overcome these shortcomings that we come up against, these blockings. So we look at the next generation, the youth, and what I see a lot of the tendency with these youth is they are turning to the electronic world to find an escape from those feelings of either failure or not being accepted. And we need to give children the opportunity to come against something that might be considered a failure or a hardship or something that you could feel shame or guilt about. and find a solution, overcome that, and rise up above that loss or that failure, instead of turning to the internet to assuage your pain or feel like I've got to go outside of my environment and find some pleasure somewhere else to help get over my guilt or my pain or my suffering, whatever it is that the youth are experiencing. So we need to have the next generation learn from these opportunities and see that they can provide, they can overcome those failures. They can see ways to troubleshoot, ways to find resolutions to problems, not just this is a problem in my life, give in to it, and succumb to the tendencies that we have of the addiction lifestyle and those cycles that we get caught up in with addictions. So we just wanted to share this. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and build that fence surround system and then kind of show you what we've come up with as a solution. But we've got one more mama that needs to farrow. The other thing that we have is we set up a minimum criteria for the mamas, is if they do not give us, this is her second litter. Her first one, she had 7, and we had to assist with half of those piglets that were being born. Only 3 of those survived because she was really young when she was bred and just wasn't in the best maturity condition yet. So, but now she's mature. Our other mama gave us 13. We kind of set a criteria limit of 10, and she had only given us 9, so she doesn't quite meet the minimum criteria for maintaining her, keeping her as a sow to continue farrowing for us. So she'll actually go to the butcher, given that she only gave us 9. We feel like setting those standards will help us ensure that we have the highest genetic selection and that we have a high rate of success. We don't have to assist with birth. We didn't have to assist with her birth this time. So, you know, she did better, but didn't quite meet the minimum requirements and the criteria that we're setting up. Our second mama's due any day. She could give birth today or tomorrow, and so, you know, we'll see if this prevents future drownings. Hopefully it will. That's what we feel it will do by creating that fenced surround system so that the grass goes up against the fence, the surround, instead of against the water, and pigs won't get up and drown. But we'll see when the other mama farrows if that does prevent that, and if she meets the criteria as well. If she gives us at least 10, then she'll continue to provide future piglets for us. So thanks for sharing in our failure, our loss today, but we will rise up above and we'll overcome and you know, troubleshoot, do the best we can.